I'm gonna bore scope my Big Bock, right? So that's one plug. 1, 3. It's piston number 3, and that's how the plug looks after about 5,000 miles or so. A little dirty. I always use cheap gas, but bore scope is scope. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Down into the hole. And we see. What do you see? You see, as you pull back out, come on, don't get hung up. It gets hung up anyway. Freak. Carbon. Come on, go in the hole. Go in the, okay. There's the firewall. It's a ring line, and then that's, I don't know, fuel and crap above it, and then the piston on the bottom. Carbon. So I'm going to put some stuff in the gas that I think hopefully clears out some of that carbon. I did some a couple thousand miles ago. It doesn't seem like it did too much. Looks like a pretty good amount of carbon. So come on out of the hole. That's it. Yeah, I'll show you more later. Thank you, and you're welcome. That's piston number 1. Not too bad. I'll wire brush it, put it back in. We'll look at the bore scope, and if it's interesting, I'll show it to y'all. Holy crap, that's cross hatches. I don't know if they're good, but that looks like cross hatches in piston number 1. Let's pull it out. Back in. That's the wall. God, these things are hard to work with, everything. Going farther in. There's a pistone. Some cross hatches. That piston don't look too bad. Yeah, there's the carbon. It's kind of in the middle of the pistone. Huh. All right, but that's interesting, seeing them cross hatches. I need 4 hands, 2 Peters, like a puppy. I'll be as happy as a puppy with 2 Peters. Yep. All right, let's look at something else. That's number 5. About the same. Bore number 5 with the top of the L pistone. That's carbon. That one's near possible to get because I put this hypo manifold on here, and I had to clear the steering with some stainless steel so that doesn't run into that. And then I burnt the spark plug because it's down in there. It's all in the hot place underneath, so I put a boot on it because it got pretty bad. And I ain't going to get into it right now because I got to jack the car up and get underneath and get one hand in there. I'm going to use a $45 little short A thing that fits on the spark plug from Snap-on and get a wrench on it, and they can twist it off because it's too hard to get something on the spark plug like that underneath. So those are my problems and not yours. Number 2, little bit more oily, but the combustion I think is fairly good. We'll clean that and scope it in a minute. Carbon on top, wool in the back. Yep, hard to show. That's probably the best. Carbon, carbon, carbon. Plug number 4. Not as clean to burn, looks like some oil around oil fouling, but the combustion to me looks like it's about the right temperature. Got some crap getting onto the plug. I'd say that's more carbon and crappy on top of that piston. That's number 246. The plug wire seemed loose, but I guess that's okay. Cool, that's the rings on top of the piston, I guess. If I push farther in, I see something I don't know what's going on. Is that going to show it? There's like something in the back wall that looks funny. Maybe it's just reflection of the edge of the piston. Huh. There it is. Is that broken up piston or reflections of the carbon on top? It looks like reflections of the carbon on top. Wow, it's kind of scary looking. This must be what it is though. Now that guy has some more oil fouling, but it looks like it's burning off okay. See the carbon that came off onto the plug as it came out of the hole? But the white looks really pretty good. Porcelain looks good. So we're just getting some burned by the rings. She burns a quart every 700 miles or something like that, I guess. My old 440 did that even I think after it was rebuilt, so we'll bore scope that baby. That's number 3, 2, 4, 6, that's number 8. Same thing as the last thing, cross hatches and carbon. So there was a little bore scoping on the L440 and hope it was interesting. I'm gonna pour some like carbon cleaner in that gas tank and run it for a while and see if it gets any better. But I did that months ago and I scoped it months ago too and it was about the same. So we'll see what happens. Thank you and you're welcome.